Oh, hi guys. We were just getting phone calls and now she's got a message.
That's okay. You can do your transformation first.
This is Transformation Thursday. We're a part of a group, and I'll have the other ladies listed down below. Where we talk about our past week and I guess our week coming up on how God is helping change us internally, or transforming us, as we say. And so we both are going to talk on that topic just a little bit. And one of the things, I have these little quote cards I'm trying to learn. Well, didn't do any better this week, but this is the one I was listening or meditating on, I guess, each day, or reading each day. But to you who are willing to listen, I say, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who hurt you. Luke 6:27-28. Those little cards that I put in my thing. I didn't bring my planner, I just brought that. And it's kind of relevant to like what I've been thinking about, and I don't know so much transforming myself. It's just been a concern of mine, all the things that are happening in the shootings in Dallas, and all these protests and everything that's happening, and it's just it's heavy on my heart. And I just wish that we could come up with a solution that everybody would be happy with, because I think it's just so decisive with saying Black Lives Matter, then people say all lives matter, and then it's against protesters against the police and all that, and you want to be an American, they throw all these things at you, and it's like, I just really feel so sorry for the families who are affected on both sides of that. And I know that obviously there's something that needs to be done, but I just wish that we could come up with a better solution. So I've been praying about that. That's really what my concern is, not so much myself this week. I don't know that I prayed for anything relative to my life or anything like that. I think that's just been it's on the news all the time. I hate watching the news, but it's all there, and everybody, now they have these different people, doing videos on how to be safe when you get pulled over, and then people are attacking them for doing the video. I mean, there's like no winning. People are trying to do something good, and they're getting, harassed for it and everything, and that's kind of just where my focus has been, like thinking of prayer-wise for the week, and I don't know a solution to it, and I just hope that they do come up with a solution, because it seems so scary to me, and this is a world that my kids are being brought up in, and it shouldn't even be a discussion, if you ask me, in today's day, like whether you're black, white, or whatever. I don't, we're not back where we had slavery and all that, and it seems like that's just our concern. And I don't want my kids to be like this. You know what I mean? And Josh talks about it. Kind of doesn't really get into the loop of things, but with Josh bringing it up as a thing, and he doesn't quite understand how come. It's like he says, and even he said, why does they say Black lives? And if you're black, and I'm not trying to insult you in any way who's listening, or African American, if that's what you prefer to be called, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, it's so hard to bring up kids who don't understand, and then me try to explain it to them, I don't understand either. So I don't know what the solution is, but that's where my prayer's been. It's not really been at all on myself, focused on my weight loss or anything. I'm not going to tell you that's what it was, or, it's truly been, that's where I've been thinking. So it's not, it's not very helpful in the transformation as to equaling weight loss. I think, it has nothing to do with it. So that's just where I've been thinking and what I've been trying to pray on. And hopefully, if you have, anybody has a great solution, tell the leaders who are doing all these, sides, let them know. Maybe you've got a great idea, and maybe they can follow through with that, or pray for it too, and then hopefully somebody will come up with the good solution for it. But that's really what my thoughts are on the transformation this week. Up to you now.
Up to me now. Well, I was the same way. I've just been concerned when I saw the Dallas shooter's father on TV. I felt so bad for him.
I did too. He was crying.
And it's like you don't realize that most of even with the policemen that did the shootings and stuff, they have families that didn't have anything to do with it, and yet they're the ones that are suffering too. So they're always in my prayers too, because especially when you have adult children, they're going to do what they're going to do. I mean, you have no control over adult children, and you take the responsibility that that's who you raised, but once they get to be an adult, they're out on their own. My parents can't take credit. Well, they can take credit for if I'm being good
things.
But the bad things I've chosen on my own. So you can't have any blame on that. So I'm just praying that we can start getting along. It reminds me so much of the 60s when I was a teenager growing up, when we had all the riots and stuff, and it's kind of like we're reverting back to that. And I feel bad, but it's just and I don't know, I just think that sometimes I realize I do feel that black people are pulled over way more than white people.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a doubt of that.
That's not what I was saying.
But if that's the case, then you would think they'd be all the more vigilant, that they would put their hands up, you know.
Save your life.
Just, you know, like, it's not worth dying for, to make a point at that point.
I think you have to live in the reality of your world.
I have seen reverse discrimination myself, so I can somewhat, I would no way ever put myself in the position of an African American person. By no means. I want to make that perfectly clear. But I worked for a time in a store that was predominantly, in a mall that was predominantly African American. The store I worked in, there was 192 people, and there was only 3 of us that were white. And I did get discriminated against in some of the places that I went to because I was white. And I know that for a fact because my friend who was, you know, you always hate when white people say, well, my friend who was black. But I had a friend at the store, and she told me I was getting discriminated against because she could see it. And it's just, you know, all races have their people that discriminate against other people. It's not just white people that don't like black people. There's black people that just don't like white people. And unfortunately, that's not what God teaches us. And, you know, God teaches us that no matter what color your skin is, you're all the same person, you know, all the same people. And so I just pray that we can look past color, look past creed, you know, look past our choices in life, you know, and just, you know, go from there. And that's what I'm trying to do. And not that I was transformed too much this week, but
that's
it's just,
saying. It's hard to talk about that if it's not really something that happened. I can't say I focused it all on that. You know what I mean? I just, you know. I just always, like, whenever you see there's a shooting, I always think, oh my gosh, please don't have it be a black and white thing once again. You know, it's just not that I want to see a shooting, but it's just, you know, the police out there, they have such a job to do. I understand that, but there are bad policemen. Oh, there's bad people in any profession, though. Really,
it's just,
that's as unfortunate. But
for the most part, I would say that there's a high majority of them are really good, upstanding police officers. But unfortunately, you get the 1 or 2 that give a bad name for everybody. So all we can do is pray that you know, God will look over everybody. And not that he doesn't. I know I never say the right words.
Because people will say he is looking over.
I know. But I think that people, if you can understand what I'm saying, I'm saying that
to find a solution, get the people who are
pay special attention to them, you know?
And the people who are in charge of these things that are like heading up things. I just want them to be touched, you know, in a way that they can see what the best solution is. Because what's happening is scary. It's very scary. I'm scared to go on our trip because we have to go to Minnesota and there's unrest there. That scares me.
And they're shutting down. They shut down the road we're going to be going on.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, I don't know. It's like it's scary. And like I said, I think you know, with my kids when they're talking about it, it's just so hard. And you know, yeah, it's not even a black and white thing. I just wish they could come with everyone. You know, let's figure it out for everyone.
Well, I just think, once again, I don't vote, so I'm depending on you people out there that vote. It's like the NRA is just getting too powerful, and it's just the guns are what's the main root of the problem.
Yeah, but I don't think this issue is really about that, though.
Well, I think that
I mean, I'm sure that you know, somewhat affects it, but you know, when people come up with solutions, and then other people join on the bandwagon, I think it's, you know, like there's even like, you know, country music stars and like other people who are trying
rap stars too,
and they're trying to like do videos like how to be safe, and then people attack them for doing that. They're trying their best. Let them do, you know what I mean? If they're giving a positive message,
yeah, and
then for everybody to attack them for it, it's like, you know, so that I think then people aren't going to come forward and try to come up with solutions, and only the crazies, you know. I'm not saying the people who are doing those protests are all crazies, but you know what I mean? That's the scary part, because the good people are going to stop. You know, they're going to say, well, I'm backing off of this. And, then we're going to be stuck with the people who are a little bit too, you know, crazy. Anyway, but this was really a different transformation Thursday. And it's really not what we're normally do. You know, we do talk about ourselves and, you know, how we're with God. And, you know, and I do feel like this is our week with God. So this is what you heard about, and it's probably not what you're well, not probably, it's not what you're normally going to hear from us, but it's just really, you know, we're being honest and telling you what we're thinking. We're not going to tell you something that didn't really happen. So that's what we've been thinking about and talking about in our family. I'm sure you're thinking about and talking about it in your families too. So hopefully we can just pray that we can get a good solution and like move forward from this. So if there's anything else you'd like us to pray for, please put them down under below. We do actually, you know, I do that in my prayer journal.
I pray too.
And so we like those. If you want, you don't have to tell us specifics. If you want to tell us more, you can give us a private message. If you just want to say pray for me, you know, we'll just generalize it and we'll get you in our prayers. So, and then check out the other ladies here. You know, hopefully they won't be so down, such Debbie Downers that we were today. And I apologize if this was a sad one for you, but it's just what we've been thinking and who we are this week. So please like this video,
subscribe,
comment,
and share.